Hi, welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe. Before I get started, I want to tell you that I built this Game Boy and it's beautiful and amazing, and it's probably my favorite thing ever, and it's awesome. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyway, I'm giving it away. So watch till the end of this video and I'll tell you how to enter, why you should enter, and details on the giveaway. So sick. So I have always believed that the DMG 01, the original Game Boy, is one of the most iconic and revolutionary pieces of gaming hardware in history. Some of the greatest games ever created came out on the Game Boy, and it's hard to believe that the system launched in 1989, over 30 years ago. The system is instantly recognizable. The green screen inside the gray window with the iconic Nintendo D-pad and the burgundy B and A buttons and the soft select and start buttons below that. The gray brick is synonymous with on-the-go gaming in the 80s and 90s, and this is a device that tugs at my nostalgic heartstrings more so than any other device probably. I spent hundreds of hours playing Tetris and Super Mario Land and Spider-Man and even the original Pokemon on my original DMG Game Boy, which unfortunately was stolen a few years ago during a move. But it was around that time that I decided that I wanted to slowly rebuild my small but cherished collection and even focus on the handheld gaming systems that I loved. That all starts with this DMG 01 Game Boy, which I've actually picked up two over the years, but I hadn't really done much since grabbing them. That was until I started this YouTube channel and my accompanying Instagram page, where I discovered the wild and wonderful world of Game Boy modifications. We got GBAs, GBCs, GBPs, DMGs. No Game Boy is left without a dedicated following of modders, enthusiasts, and buyers. These custom systems are like works of art, and trying to come up with different color combinations really got my creative juices flowing. As you may know, I love technology that is white in color. I've always loved my white iPhones. I love my white gaming headset. So I figure why not stick with what I love and make an all white custom Game Boy. That's cool. But I wanted this thing to be the ultimate original Game Boy, and so I picked up an IPS V3 screen, a new shell, and some buttons. I also got a white tempered glass screen cover and white button pads so that the start and select buttons also matched. Now, it's been a while since I have soldered anything, and so it took some trial and error to get the speaker wired into the new PCB for the screen. But aside from attaching some ribbon cables and aligning the new screen, there actually wasn't that much to it. I started by taking the 6 screws out of the back of the Game Boy, detached the ribbon cable, and started working on the front part of the system. I removed the screws holding the front PCB and removed it. I had to trim 3 small pieces from the new shell so that the new screen and board would fit as they should. And they were very clearly labeled, and they popped right out with my cutter tool thingy. Then I took the screen and aligned it with the 3D printed bracket that I got to help stabilize it, attached the display chip, swapped out my new buttons and pads, and then secured the new PCB on top of everything. Unfortunately, I realized I was following the V2 version of the screen, which was different than the V3. So the first time I got everything lined up, the screen was actually upside down. On another attempt, I had the ribbon cables reversed. All in all, I probably had 4 or 5 attempts before I got everything aligned and wired correctly, but did no damage to the system, I promise. From there, I just transferred the back electronics, including the motherboard, into the rear part of the new shell and secured everything with the screws. I reattached the ribbon cable, screwed everything back together, and powered it on. The last touch was adding the tempered glass screen cover. So after a bit of trial and error and dumping my buttons out onto my desk a couple times, I got my brand new Game Boy fully assembled, and it is a thing of beauty. Bright, clean, fresh. The buttons are responsive. The sound is crisp and loud. When I had pulled out my original Game Boy not too long ago, it made me realize just how poor the original screen was. The hardware was pretty revolutionary, but the one thing that hasn't quite aged as well is the original pea soup green screen, which is understandable for an LCD produced in the 80s. I personally never minded the color of the screen, but the lack of contrast or any sort of backlight was always a hindrance. With modern technology, it's just not the best experience for mobile gaming right now. But this new IPS display is insane. It makes the original Game Boy look like a modern piece of tech with a little retro flair. The coolest part is pushing in on the contrast wheel cycles through a bunch of different colors. So now my Pac-Man can actually be yellow on original Game Boy hardware, which is just crazy. I'm about to die. It can even produce different color palettes similar to how the Game Boy Color handled original Game Boy games. And so now that I've done the process several times over and over, I could probably knock it all out in under an hour from front to back. And if you're a tinker like I am, go for it. It's fun. It's not that hard. It's not even that expensive. I have some links down below for some of the parts that you would need. So if you have an old Game Boy and you want to bring it some new life, have at it. But I am absolutely obsessed with this pure white Game Boy, and that's why I'm so thrilled to announce that I'm going to give it away to one of you. I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm excited to be able to provide such an amazing device to one of you. That's right. That's right. I put in the effort. I made the mistakes. I fixed them. It's an amazing, super duper quality, built by me, one of a kind, custom DMG Game Boy in all white. And you get to reap the rewards of all my time and effort. Now, if you look in the description below this video, there will be one highlighted link that will take you to a page with all the ways to enter this giveaway. And I will be announcing a winner on my Tynology Gaming Instagram account on Friday, August 7th, 2020. There's a bunch of different ways to enter, so be sure to do all of them because it will help me out. I'm also happy to say that this is a worldwide giveaway. So I will cover the shipping no matter where you are, so get on it. And I have to say one thing is I need your help getting the word out about this. The more entries I get into this giveaway, the more likely I'll be able to keep doing this type of thing. And you know, it's not cheap to do this. I'm trying to get the word out about this channel and about what I'm doing here. So I really appreciate tweet, share Instagram stories, tag me, do what you do. Just help me get the word out. We'll make it a party on Friday, August 7th. So what's the first game you would play on this device? Would it be Pac-Man in yellow? Would it be Tetris, Super Mario Land? If this is your first time to the channel, please subscribe, like this video, share it with a friend. I'll give you a hug. Virtually.